Hello, and welcome to this episode of Josh, Joseph, and Jesus. Last week we talked about giving our lives in service to those around us. Jesus calls us each to spread the gospel at all times, to serve the poor. We talked about the corporal works of mercy a little bit, and how we can give our lives to those around us. And today I want to talk a little bit about discovering our vocation, flourishing in our vocation. When you're praying about your vocation and what you're going to do, what God has called you to do, it's one of the most important decisions that you'll ever make. But I want to comfort you that God is with you. Remember what Matthew says in his Gospel, chapter 7. He says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find it. Knock and the door will be open unto you." So keep that in mind. If you are actively seeking out your vocation, God will be there. He will guide you through it. But while you're discovering your vocation, think about all the lives that you'll touch. In what way will your vocation be most beneficial? God has given you so many gifts. He's given you so many talents. In what way could those be used best in terms of God's mission for each one of us? Briefly talking about our life, we don't want just to survive in this life, to go day by day, going through the motions. We don't want to do that. We want to flourish in holiness. And we each have a specific vocation to where we can flourish in this holiness, not only in our own lives, but to those around us. Remember that our task here on earth is to love God, of course, but also to bring others into heaven, to spread His kingdom and His gospel throughout all the world. So to purify our souls and to bring others around us with us into heaven. So hopefully you can think about this in terms of your vocation and where God may be leading you. So seek God. Ask in prayer where He is leading you. Remember that if you seek, you will find, and if you knock, the door will be open to you. So stay fervent in your prayer. Remember that God is with you at all times. Even though discernment is not easy, it's necessary, and we have to discover God. We have to discover where God is calling us, so we can best fulfill what He's asking each one of us to do in our lives. But next week we'll talk about a little more discernment, and I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week for Josh, Joseph, and Jesus.